Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Please turn your players to its maximum settings for your viewing quality and entertainment. That's 4K 60, picking right up where we left off from in the last episode. From TombRaider, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Forgive me for the last episode, I said Rise. Like I said, I own the whole trilogy, so that's why I confused the two. And I have not even finished not one of them. On the channel, I intend on doing so and hoping that you all will join me on that ride. Can we make this jump? Yes, we can. Of course we can. Of course she can. She's Lara Croft.
Howlers.
As we're getting ready to close out the week, first week of 2024, it's been interesting. Hope you all have also are having a fantastic start to the new year and a fantastic week as well.
A fire. Someone must be around. Hello? Jonah? Miguel? Can you hear me?
I'm going to start out the vid
Where are you?
on the premises of not just speaking about how amazing Game Pass is, because it really is. You know, this is available to you on Game Pass if you're subscribed to Game Pass Ultimate or Game Pass PC. The game is just amazing looking and detailed. And it's crazy.
I didn't know the storm would hit so hard.
I think this game came out several years ago.
I should have listened to Jonah.
It's definitely, as you would say, withstanding the test of time.
I hope no one else was hurt. No other village destroyed. I need to stop these cataclysms before it's too late.
Aging rather well, I'd quite say. Trying to figure out this crafting / skill tree menu. Obviously, it's the skills. I'm just trying to get my skill points allocated in the right areas. I'm assuming, or, you know, basically trying to allocate the skill points to be tailored fit around my playstyle. I haven't completed or ended, rather, any Tomb Raider game titles since about the 360 era, where they start you off in the ocean or something like that. I think you had to swim away from a shark. If my memory serves me correct, I do think there was a shark in the water. I also ended the sequel to that as well when he was driving around on a motorcycle
My gear is in that cargo.
through the ruins,
Might be a sharp
through like
piece of
what
scrap
looked
in that
like a
section
Mayan ruin temple.
Won't be able to open that without a tool.
So it seems like you need to find some sort of tool or whatever she uses to break open these crates. Let's see if we can find it.
Need something to cut that down.
Obviously, we don't have a knife as well, which I'm going to make an assumption and say maybe the knife that we find is also the same thing that we would use to bust open the crates, I'm guessing. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I'm a full hardcore Xbox fan and enthusiast and gamer. It's really my platform and gaming console of choice. If I ever had to upgrade or step away from an Xbox, it would be to PC. But I'm just, you know, as good as PC can be or is, I'm just not into PC gaming much unless it comes down to like military simulations, as I almost just broke my legs there, like failing to make that jump. Yeah, like if it's not like mil-sim gaming, PC doesn't really pique my interest too much. It's too much maintenance. It's just too many hackers. And the community can also be, in my opinion, you got some great PC community gamers. Some friendly and what's the word I'm looking for, pompous attitude PC gamers out there. Those are like the select few, because I've run into the select few of them. And then the rest can be like snobby and pompous and think that they're better than everyone. And I just don't like that. I don't. I just don't. Like the last time I really, wow, there's an electric eel. Oh, really? Wow. And it's biting me. Okay. I need to do something about this. Come on, man. Get him off me. Come on. Get him off me. Stop that. Get off me. Back up off me. But like I was saying before I was interrupted by the electric eel. Last time I really remember gaming on a PC was years ago. I was in my teens. And I used to play like this motorcycle dirt bike game. I can't remember the name of it, but it was actually awesome. I used to have fun on it, and I used to play it on keyboard, like literally. I used to play it on the keyboard. I used to call myself trying to wheelie for like damn near majority of the race, trying to do impossible things in the game, like what I usually do on console gaming, try to do impossible feats or amazing feats. Just PC gaming was popular back then, but it's nowhere near as popular as it is now. And then, you know, I don't really like comparing the two, but they're like console gaming is like, it's basically, we're at that point. I said it in my last video where console gaming is actually like, it's PC.
Exactly what I was looking for.
PC.
Just need a bit more.
If it wasn't, you wouldn't be getting all these games with all this crossplay between console and PC. A console now between the PlayStation 5s, Series S's and X's are affordable PCs, affordable minimum spec PCs. That's basically what we can call them. That's what they are, especially considering the features in them. You may not be getting all the, like I said, the high textures and 120 frame rates and ray tracing, decked out bells and whistles all the time, but you're still getting somewhere in that area, the 60 frames per second, ray trace shadows and reflections here and there, depending on if the devs is capable enough of bringing out the features in these machines, which we all know that Xbox has more of the features, Series S and X, to bring out such things, which they still haven't really utilized some of the tech and the features in it. Still waiting on the FSR 2 or 3 to make the games have a higher frame rate, better visual fidelity without having to sacrifice the visuals by lowering the visual fidelity from like 1440p or 2160p down to 1080p. I don't really like to get into the technical numbers too much of it like that, because you know that's not my thing, but I know what I know. I know somewhat about it. Watch others that actually do know it to the T and break it down on a real numbers game and spec level from Digital Foundry and other people and basically content creators that really are heavily invested in that. Glad I found this knife, but we can't even cut this rope yet because it's not sharp enough, so I guess we have to craft it to make it sharper. But on a more comparable note, which is console to console with PS5 versus Series S and X, basically I've been getting some flack based off of some shorts and reels that I've been sharing and making certain statements, which they're my opinion.
That should be sharp enough.
Basically, Game Pass is the best subscription service because it is, like, and they keep trying to give me flack and slight my opinion, which I really don't really feel this relatively opinion. I really feel like those are the facts. They're saying, oh, well, Far Cry 6 has been on it was already on the PS Now and all this other stuff.
There's a
And
second
that's
rope
great.
tethering
It's fine.
them.
It's fine and dandy. He asked me about was GTA online on there, and I'm like, yeah, it's been on there twice. And then they showed me something about they're about to remove it, talking about enjoy it while it lasts. And I had to burst their bubble.
Yes.
One of these
Now I can get my gear back.
Sony supporters and users bubble, which is, well, I already own it, so it doesn't bother me that they're removing it. And he said, well, what's the point of having Game Pass or defeat, like, and I'm like, bruh, that's because we buy
didn't I
games.
pack all my
And
equipment
you can
together?
look up the statistics and the analytics behind it, which they show that Xbox players
Miss Croft?
are more likely
Anyone?
to buy games,
Come in.
especially
Where are
from having Game Pass. And we're not even just talking about the games on Game Pass, because I buy games most of the time. When I buy a game, the game isn't on Game Pass. I'm usually buying games that are not featured on Game Pass, because it doesn't make sense to me, because I have access to it for a decent amount of time, X amount of time, because usually they leave the games that are on Game Pass on there for quite some time before they actually decide to pull and remove it from the service. It's like GTA Online, GTA 5 Online. This is like the second time it's been on there. It's been on there. It was on there for a while the first time. It was on there for a while the second time. They're giving you a chance if you never played it. That's the thing about Xbox and Game Pass here. If you never played it, here's your chance to play it, enjoy it, get what you can get out of it. If you like it, before it goes off, there's usually a sale that goes on for it. You can get the game at a decent price, like at a discounted price. You don't have to pay full price. They'll give you an affordable price for a game that is on Game Pass, especially if it's been on there for a while or before. And that's with any Game Pass title that's usually leaving the service.
Miguel? Miguel?
Game Pass has plenty of indie games, which I'm not really into the indie games, even though sometimes you can find some gems, and there are some really good indie developer games or indie developed games actually on the service. But I usually look for the AAA titles, AAA first and third party titles that's on Game Pass. The thing that really, truthfully, besides all the AAA third party games on Game Pass, is that, hey, any game that's coming out from the Microsoft Studios itself is initially on Game Pass at launch. And that's something that no other service is doing. Which is like, hey, well, we're giving you a Microsoft developed game here basically for free.
Miguel?
Free of charge. And for quite some time, like I said, because it's a while before they remove the game from the service. And then it's like, okay, do you like this game enough? You can buy it. Oh, we're pulling it off the service. You can buy it at a discount. Sometimes before they even pull it off the service, they be offering you all sorts of discounts on games that's actually still in Game Pass. It has more 160 to 120. Whoa, wow, something really bad happened to this dude, obviously, by the shocking look on her face. Wow, a friggin' Jaguar. He looks rather angry and hungry, which I hope he's not hungry, being that he just dropped a carcass out of the tree. Yeah, that's not Scar from The Lion King. And it sure as heck isn't Mowgli from the Jungle Book. Run, Laura. Wow. And you dropped the bow. You sure would.
Holy shit.
So before I was just pounced on by this Jaguar that's probably about to make a meal out of her before we can even end this game. Yeah, man, Xbox Series S and X has more 60 frames per second 120 frames per
Got to be
second,
careful here.
ray traced gaming. And I'm not just saying this to brag or make up a narrative, because that's not what I do over here. I go off of facts, based off of facts. You can Google what I'm telling you. You can Google it. Because I knew it before I even Googled it. Because I know it's the most powerful console. So of course it's going to have more games with ray tracing and more games with higher frame rates. You don't need developers. I say this in older vids of mine. I have a huge catalog. I just have
That's
all of
it.
my videos as I try to defend myself from these damn Jaguars. But I've said it in plenty of other videos. Console has features that PlayStation 5 just doesn't. It doesn't always need a tab to come in and enhance the game's visuals or frame rate. The console itself does it out of the box, out of the package. And the only other thing in the market as far as gaming goes, which isn't a console that does that, is a PC. It's a PC. And this is why I kind of, get into odds with the PC community. So you don't like to hear things like that, which is the truth. It's a simplified PC. If my game takes an older game and automatically makes it run and look better before dev comes in, because things to the game where they slap an X and S enhanced on it, saying the game is now utilizing and taking full advantage of the capabilities of the console. The console is already doing right out the gate. Get off me, please. Get off me. I'm definitely not dinner. I will not be eating like that. I will not be eating. It's not happening. Take a sigh of relief. Absolutely. Talk about having nerves of steel. That just isn't even the words. That can't even quantify how I feel in place of what just happened right there. Like, having nerves of steel, can't even quantify this cutscene. Not at all. It's an awesome game. If you haven't tried out Tomb Raider Lara Croft, because this is my first playthrough, I highly recommend you do. It's an awesome game, visually, and fun to play, especially all you Tomb Raider lovers and Lara Croft lovers and fanatics, which I am as well. Grew up watching her on my cousin's PlayStation, trying to play it myself, doing front flips and triple flips and breaking my legs and neck, falling off of the side of cliffs and stuff, because I didn't know how to play it because I was a kid. But yeah, gonna get ready to close things out as I gather some supplies here. Truly appreciate you all for tuning in. If you made it to the end of the video, you're awesome. And even if you didn't, you're still awesome. Wishing you all the best. Have an amazing week. If you want to show your support for my channel, you can do so by simply leaving a comment, like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more must-see Series X gaming in 4K 60. Peace and be well, everyone. Noob out.